I'm Brian Norris with the Martin Center in Douglas, Georgia. Rob and I had the opportunity to purchase the Martin Center from the city of Douglas summer of 2019.
I think one of mine and Brian's concerns when we heard this theater was shutting down was it was the heartbeat of downtown Douglas, and it had to be preserved at all costs. We waited to see if someone else would come forward and step up to this challenge, and no one was forthcoming. So we created the Martin Center Preservation Company non-for-profit and started the process of purchasing the Martin Center from the city of Douglas and then putting in place a plan to keep this facility alive and preserve the theater for future generations.
Our goals are to try to bring in a minimum of 6 to 8 national touring bands each year here at the Martin Center, and to continue to try to grow our rental business. If we do that, we're going to have a pretty full schedule. Our goal is to try to make sure that we have something going on every month here at the Martin. Some of our months are definitely busier than others. We do have a couple of months out of the year where it's rented every weekend, so that's great.
I can remember growing up, going to other towns and seeing stage plays, Shakespeare plays, jazz, classical music, things like that. I would like to be able to bring those type things to our community as well, to expose people here that can't travel as far as easy to things right here in our community that the other world sees and takes for granted in large cities.
We purchased the Martin in the fall of 2019, so that was about 4 months before COVID hit. We had a lot of shows already on the books, lined up. Some were already sellouts, and one show announced the week that COVID really kind of hit us all, and what came from that was postponements.
Thankfully, we've had amazing community support from the local businesses and individuals. Without that support, we would have never made it through the COVID crisis. It sustained us. We were able to keep the lights on, the bills paid, and get through COVID to where we could start having shows in this theater again.
That was a very tough start. I'm thankful that and we all are, that we survived that time as a business. As far as the obstacle, that was a huge one. We have heard from so many different people that whether it's outside of the walls of the Martin on the street, or if it's inside the Martin pre-show, post-show, pre-event, post-event, whatever it might be, that people walk up and say, "Thank you so much for taking on this project."
Everyone knows how important tourism is, how important this facility is to the community. Everyone knows the dollars and the impact that has by having this here and having shows here where people are coming in from out of town, eating in restaurants, booking up all the hotel rooms. Local people are getting a quality of life that we didn't have here before we took on this project, and that makes a difference in economic development.
Douglas is a rural area, Coffee County. It has been a challenge in some cases when we're chasing some of these national touring acts, that we're not Jacksonville, Savannah, Atlanta. We've got a nice 2-hour radius here in Douglas that we're pulling patrons to come in.
I think the artists have been surprised when they come to the Martin Center and see how up-to-date things are in here. It is an old historic theater which has some challenges, but our equipment is top-notch. We've recently upgraded the lighting and sound equipment in here with the Shuttered Venues grant.
We've upgraded our stage curtains. We blocked off the month of July for this year in 2022 and brought in all new sound and light. We increased the lighting that we had on our truss system. We brought in robotic lighting, and we brought in a complete new sound system and board. So we are set to go as far as having everything in-house here to meet most every rider request. And then we also have the option to bring in any additional equipment to meet a rider request if there's anything that we may not have here in-house. We've had great feedback from some of our artists as far as the reactions from the crowds for their shows. Douglas has shown each artist, I think, a great time. Some of them have came off and told their band members, "Hey guys, this is the best show that we've had on our tour so far." So for us to hear that has been great, so we know we're showing them a good time. The city of Douglas, the patrons that are coming from other cities.
When the artists get to the Martin Center, it's much more intimate. The crowd is super excited for them to be here. The crowds are on their feet for the whole show.
They're up on their feet, dancing, singing along. So far we've seen some great experiences, and That's what it's all about. That's what keeps people coming back.
We have an amazing group of sponsors. The entire top balcony is dedicated to our sponsorships. Every seat up there is already bought and paid for ahead of time, sometimes over a year in advance. And that helps us with the ability to go out and book national acts, get them on the books, pay for them ahead of time, and then bring these things to South Georgia. We
feel like we've got a great team here at the Martin as far as being able to cover most every request. So, and that's from reaching out from booking to getting into our rider requests. So we've got a house tech that is great with communicating what the needs are and telling them what's in-house. We're almost like a family business here, in the sense that when you arrive, we're very hands-on. We're going to meet you. We're going to show you around whatever the request may be. We're going to meet that. We're going to make sure that from our end that we've done everything that we can to make sure that their time here was a great experience.